Hey, so I saw this post on the LearnDote subreddit about Witch Doctor Pos 4 game. This is a hero I play somewhat. So I thought it'd be interesting to see what it's like. Um, I saw that some other people had left some comments, but I had sort of a few things that I also thought was worth pointing out. Um, the first thing is just sort of generally speaking, we when we play I'll just turn down the sound a little bit, sorry. When we play support, we always want to spend all of our starting gold because money in the bank does not help you in any way. Obviously, because there's no Bitcoin or interest in this game. So by floating 180 gold, the enemy support will just spend 180 gold more, and he will obviously do a slightly better in lane. I really hope that they don't make me eat my words, but yeah, there we go. Look, he has a bit more regen, he has an extra sentry, so there's no point for it. Like, the only time I would do something like this is if I'm saving up for like a ring of health on offlane or something. You end up buying one more sentry, but you're still on 130. Just try and always spend all your gold. I think the build that most people do, or at least the build that I usually do on offlane, is I would just buy, or pos 4, sorry, my bad. I'll just buy one more tangos or one fairy instead of a branch. I think fairy is quite a lot better than branch because the main reason people spam a lot of branches is to buy wand. You don't really need wand on support early because you don't like last hit and stuff, right? So fairy is quite nice for like baiting people. A lot of pos 4 players, they actually go double fairy just to bait. You're not doing anything on runes. I don't know if that's like because you're AFK or something, but usually it's good to go with your team because if you were here, maybe you like cast them and something good happens. Just trying to see here. So they're going on the tree. These two are standing right next to each other, so it's like a free cask. I would also throw the grenade while they're just sort of grouped up right now. I would throw the grenade and then just eat a tango probably. Okay, it's good. And then this guy just needs to throw the tree, right? Yeah, that's good. Okay. It's quite legit. Okay. You should try and give the kill to your cause as well. So just now, I would have maybe like I would have done one less auto attack and then just cast, and then this guy could have maybe got the last hit. Getting getting kills on cause is very important. Like obviously this guy got first blood, so he gets to start with bottle, which is huge. But if your tiny gets one kill here for 200 something gold, he gets to get his Wraith Band and like a stick or something. But if you get a kill, obviously it's not exactly the greatest. Um okay, good, you TP. I saw some people they don't like to TP, but this is good. You always want to be in lane with your pos 3, obviously. Um the other thing is like, yeah, just spend your gold. Um you have so much gold. I would buy like I would probably buy like an earn this game or something. It's really good on Witch Doctor because if you Maledict earn, they take like 1,000,000 damage. It's also just a good laning item. Or you can just buy like Magic Wand and another Sentry and a Salve or something, I don't know. Just spend your gold. It would be good. So, the other thing is, right now you're going to block this camp, which is good. I think that's fine. Yeah, that looks correct. Okay, all good. But now you're running over here. Yeah, there's no way they didn't take this rune, basically. So it sounds like kind of nitpick to say that you shouldn't go over here, but like if these people were more aggressive on your Tiny, because Tiny is not very strong level 1 against Slark and Hoodwink, they could just go on him and do like 3/4 of his health, and then you guys have no regen left because no one has salve. You have like just tangos, right? So you always want to be with your core basically. So you should try not to wander off like this. Even if there is a rune here, it could be quite bad for this guy. So just yeah, he sentries this. I don't know if you saw that, but maybe. It's kind of, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of random. Random cask. I guess because you want this creep to still be alive, but there's no way it's 17 health. There's just no way. It's not good to use your spells like this because it's too much mana for too little harass, basically. Like you guys end up doing what, like 100 damage, and he gets 2 stick charges, which is 30 health. The only time you really want to use cask is if it's either gonna bounce on him twice, like in a creep wave, or if he's like in kill range, like he's far up the lane, or if your tiny starts, obviously you want to help him. But no point doing this; it pushes the lane in as well. So he actually takes a decent amount of damage, but this is not really gonna accomplish too much, I'd say. Okay, so we're just denying. This guy is missing all the last hits, but it's fine. I would generally advise you to stop doing so much auto attacks on this hoodwink because you are making this guy miss CS on Tiny actually. Um, Not always, but like here for example, when you right click him for like 30 damage, right? But it pushes the wave in always. Like if you're gonna right click someone, you should try and do it outside of the creeps aggro range. Like just start here and hit him or something. You generally shouldn't pull aggro when you harass on support. It's quite annoying on poster. Again, it's just so like you need to consider the spell usage a little bit. Like this is fine. One, it's not gonna bounce, but really it's only 80 mana, right? It could be worse. But then you use the spell, which is like 30-second cooldown on a guy who's never gonna die, probably, right? Like I don't know if you think if he avalanches and then throws a tree, the guy's dead, but he has fairy and stick, and then you can make the argument that like yeah, it would make him use his stick and like it would push him out of lane or something. But then the tiny will have 0 mana, and then it's just not very good to use spells like this. Like every spell is obviously some sort of mana to damage, and then if you use Maledicts like this, it's like 105 mana for like 60 damage or something. It's very bad sort of conversion. All this guy has to do is fairy and stick, and he's fine. But he actually walks back in a little bit. But in the end of the day, it still doesn't kill him. So now Tiny has no mana, which is not ideal. They get denied here. It's fine. Again, there's still 550 gold, right? Like, don't really need boots in this lane. Yeah, like look into the urn. I think it's quite good. Again, it's just random, 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 random. Like, it's just I don't know what they're doing really. Okay, well, it's just so pointless to cast this spell. Level one, first of all, level one Maledict is very weak, so don't expect it to do a lot of damage, but just casting it on them when they're not planning to fight is like very bad. Because look, this guy now gets baited by it, even I would say, and then he's just dead. And he doesn't, because of the earlier go, he doesn't have mana for avalanche. So it's like, just relax a little bit. We want to play for this, like pulling this, pulling the hard camp, and then the wave will be always here. And then the Slark, like the problem with Slark is that he's quite a weak laner because, like, this guy didn't even level Pounce, by the way. So if the lane is up here, it doesn't really matter how bad or how well you play. Like the Slark is never gonna survive. You just maledict him, and then he runs at him with Tiny or whatever, and then he has to run all the way up here, and he's gonna burn out, right? But the problem is he's playing on this tower. He's constantly getting, um, like the armor and the health regen and stuff. Like this guy has 14.1 health regen right now, 15.1 under his tower. Look at this. This heals more than Maledict does damage, by the way. It's 12 damage per second, so that's the problem with this lane. Like you need to buy sentries and unblock this camp. I'm pretty sure you saw him block it as well. So you just need to put the wave in a better place. Like having the wave up here is so bad. The only time you want the wave to be super deep is if you're gonna dive them over and over again. But you guys are level 2. It's not happening, and Slark is quite good against it. The other thing is Quelling Blade is decent item against Hoodwink as well. Because if you cut this tree, it unstuns the guy, so you could save your Tiny sometimes. And it's only 100 gold anyway. You have slots for it, so um, Yeah, anyway, you buy the sentry now, but you could have bought it like literally minute zero because you got a kill on the rune and stuff. Um, so now we just want to unblock this, obviously. Okay. It would be better to stun here, I think, but he's dead if he just throws the tree. So this is like Tiny's fault, but it would still be better to stun. Mm, I don't think it makes a big difference, actually. Oh, you don't have his cooldown. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, he's dead if he throws this tree, but that's like his fault, right? So right now you should try and unblock this camp before you go for the thing, because they're not in any condition to fight anyway. And if you don't unblock this camp by minute 3, that's another minute with no camp, right? So now you go to unblock the thing, but yeah, like it's already something's going on over here. Can maybe get a cast off. Okay, that's good. He basically just solo kills him, which is nice. You should take this thing now. Like, go take this thing because you have no mana, right? Like, this harass is so pointless because, you know, it's just a random auto attack on this guy. Like, your time is quite valuable when you're playing support. So, just fighting into this guy is so random. Like what's the point of this specifically, you know? It ends up being quite a decent trade just because like Tiny is quite a high damage hero. But really, this is all very. Oh, you actually end up dying. That's crazy. I don't. Let me think how to phrase it. So I'd say the way to look at it is that, you know, when you're playing pods 4, you're a support first of all, obviously. So you want to help your Tiny and hinder the Slark, right? So you need to think if what I'm doing is necessarily good for the lane. So the first thing to know is that you guys are winning this lane quite well. It's 2-on-1 on Tiny. He has Wraith Band. His hero is stronger as well than Slark, obviously. This guy's not having a good time, right? Like, he died, he fucking uh he's not last hitting well, he's getting denied. So he's already having a bad time on Slark. So all you really need to do is just like maintain the status quo, or like just keep things as how they are, right? You don't need to change any variables basically, and they're gonna slowly like bleed out, right? So you need to ask yourself, is it worth it to just trade evenly with a hoodwink? Uh, and I think it's like very clearly no, right? Because usually when you fight someone, it's for something. Like, either you're winning the fight by like a substantial amount, or it's to stop him from harassing your Tiny, or because there's some like last hits to contest or something. Like right now, there's no last hits to contest. Like the Tiny, like even if you're not fighting this hoodwink, like let's say you're over here collecting this thing, the Tiny is at most gonna take like, you know, like 30 damage or something to get this range last hit, and then the next wave is gonna crash into each other, and then he's just gonna like hit it with the trees and whatever. So you fighting this hoodwink here is at best equally trading into people who are losing, and at worst you're gonna die. And also, if you're gonna do stuff like this, you should definitely tango. Like, the value of tango in fights is actually crazy because the tango heals you like 150 or something over 10 seconds, and it's not like salve, it's uninterruptible, obviously. So whenever you're trading in someone, just tango up. It's gonna heal you so much. Like, look, right here, I would eat this tree. I would eat this tree and keep running. You look, you would have healed like 70, maybe 80 health already. Eat a tree, eat a tree, eat a tree, eat a tree. Oh, and then you swap in the wand as well. But really, what you should have done is swap out the ward before you take this thing, because it's gonna end up in your backpack, and now you're gonna die. But I mean, that's not really the problem that you don't swap out the item, because this whole thing is stupid. It's so pointless. Like, it's just complete random gameplay, and also, yeah, the tango is the bigger problem here. He ends up killing that guy, which is cool. But the problem is, like, you guys are not really shutting down the slide. Like, I saw in your post, you guys say that you guys stomp top, right? But the thing is, like, it's quite bad for them. But if this like last hit better under tower, like he is missing almost every last hit that I'm watching. So if this guy was just played a little bit better, he's actually under his tower for most of the game so far. Like, all the fights they take is it's like them trying to run at you somehow. So you know, I don't really understand it. Like this camp has been blocked for 4 minutes or something, and the lane is constantly here, which to me doesn't seem like a good thing for Radiant. And this guy's always out of mana on Tiny, so there's like some issues here. He should throw this tree and it would kill the Slark again, but he just doesn't. But Slark might die anyway, which is cool. Probably not. Okay, okay. It's oh, he actually does die. Okay, that's good. Sick. That's pretty sick. Um. So what do we do now? Maybe you take the gate or something and try and kill the CK. I think that would be a good idea, actually. No. This lane is quite doomed already. Maybe you kill Slark one more time. Oh, unlucky on the bounces. Yeah, that's quite unlucky. But you see, that's the difficulty of killing people under the tower, right? Like compared to if you guys started it somewhere here, then obviously this guy's never gonna make it out alive. But it's just that you always start under the tower, and it's very easy for them to like just take 2 steps back. And you guys are constantly running out of mana as well, which is what happens when you don't use your spells like super sort of efficiently. But that's fine. Right now, you guys have a catapult. I would probably just push this and try and get the cart on the tower, and then go get the rune for your mid, because this guy is it's bottle hero against sniper. It's like a bad matchup because this guy's buying Wraith Bands. He hits really hard with headshot and stuff. So like Pos 4 is not only about helping your offlane, it's also about helping the rest of the map. Like right now, again, it's all about how you use your time, right? Because minute 6 for me is a very big timing, because I'm sorry about this outplay thing, but so right now you have about 20 seconds. I think there's a lot of better things you could do than fight this hoodwink. So for example, you could secure this Lotus. I think that's like the worst thing you can do because it's quite free anyway. You can go over here and you can stack 2 camps at 53. Like stack this, right? Secure top rune. Imagine if it's like DD or something, or like haste, right? If it's haste, this guy might just be able to run him down. I don't know, probably not, but like haste, DD, regen, shield rune, illusion rune, all is good, right? Yeah. I mean, it's just fighting this guy is not really good because he has nothing else to do. Like he can't really leave his Slark alone, right? But you can leave your Tiny alone. So yeah, and then you just okay. That's not really it's not really that bad. Like missing the spell, but you just end up taking a Lotus. It's like not very good. And then guy gets gone on anyway. Like, oh, is he FK? Well, what the hell? Uh, okay, maybe it's a good thing that you are here this specific case because the guy was literally AFK. But oh, okay, that's unfortunate. And he just morphed Agi. Like, what did I just see? That's unreal. If you can have a TP as well, that'd be good. When you get the arcane boost, you should just press it, put it on cooldown, right? No reason to hold it. It's not like you're saving this for anything. Minute 7. Minute 7, we want to get the oh wow, dude, this is so far up. Like that's crazy. I don't know if it's maybe with benefit of hindsight you can see that this is crazy, but this is so crazy. Like you're just a witch doctor, like 90% up the lane. The Tiny went base, and now he's steeping back in. But like, how is he ever gonna help you here? And also, you shouldn't cast this creep. You should probably cast one of these two people. But okay, whatever. I think you can live here, by the way. So the Cassia is bad, right? But they missed the stun, so you should be dead already if they don't fail the stun. But you have 13 sticks, and they have no stuns left. You have 13 sticks and a Lotus, so that's, like 400 health or something, and then this guy shows up. This guy is actually maledicted. I think you would turn this fight and win it, but you end up pressing nothing. Always just press your healing stuff. Like, I don't know if you're trying to bait or if you just forget, but it would be very huge because this guy would 100% die on Slark and you would 100% live. But again, the position is too much to begin with anyway. And now, like, again, it all depends on the bracket of the game. But I think in lower MMR, I can't remember what this is, like Guardian or something. What badge is this? Yeah, this is Guardian. people don't really value the wisdom runes, but the wisdom rune is like 280 XP for 2 people, so that's like 560. But you need to account for the fact that if you take the enemy wisdom rune, they don't get it, so that's like it's like 1000 XP swing, right? I don't know how much people value that, but 1000 XP swing is like 2 levels, and it's like level 6s on your supports as well. Like in high MMR games, like the mid lane and stuff, they will literally run from mid lane at minute 7 to go here and fight for the enemy wisdom rune. So you shouldn't really get up to bullshit before minute 7 is generally like the idea, especially if you have a stun, because then you can like stun them off the rune. So when I respawn, I'm instantly coming here and taking this rune because it's giving me almost level 6, and it's going to give my Treant level 5 or level 4, right? So I'm just curious to see what happens. Okay, good. I mean, you probably don't need to TP because no one's really, you know, like missing, right? Like entire enemy team is showing, so. But that's fine. The other thing you can do is 65. You can stack this camp as well, obviously. Could be good. Using your TP is quite bad. Because obviously, I mean, TP is like quite an overpowered item. It's only really balanced because everyone gets it, so you should never really TP to tier 2. It doesn't save you a lot of time, and you shouldn't really TP in general on support unless it's to like save people or gank or whatever. So try not to use TP as like a way to get around the map, right? We need to use it as like, you know, like if you TP bot and you save your guy from dying, it's quite good. This is extremely random. You just walk up to Slark and cask him. I don't know if you know, but Slark actually has Slark has 1800 night vision. So if we do Fog Dire, he actually like he sees you, right? Like Slark has same night vision as Night Stalker. So yeah, this is never gonna account. Oh, he's like vibrating now. Sweet. Yeah, pointless. Probably go bot. I think these guys are gonna get dived by CK right now, or you can go gank mid. This guy's quite low. Or you can pull this camp, but just something, right? Like gate bot right now and kill these guys who are on the tower. But you're kind of just running around for like a minute. Like you guys really want to kill this hoodwink or something, like what are we doing right now? Okay. But like this isn't really good because it's not like the POS 5 is not gonna be the one who wins them the game, right? Like let's be real. He's actually gonna he's actually gonna die. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, he's dead. But like again, this is not really a good use of time because you spent 2 minutes basically just running around trying to kill this hoodwink. If this hoodwink was smart, he would just play on this tower and you wouldn't get the kill anyway. But like while that was happening, look what's happening bot. There's some crazy shit going on bot lane. I don't know if you realize, but like look at what the CK is doing. He's literally cutting waves. It's fucking CK. Like this guy can die, obviously. I think you guys even bring Dazzle over to try and kill him. Maybe. I don't know. This guy can die. He's 400 HP, and he's sniper, and he's solo. Look, the clock just starts diving the fucking morph, like, no big deal. Like, if you were here, he's dead on clock, obviously. Yeah, that's what literally TP's in. Look at what's going on right now. And these people are just missing a stun, really. I mean, it's not good what your team is doing, but it's probably good to, like, help them. And yeah, like this guy, look how dead this guy would be on CK. Like he makes an illusion and you cast, he would just die. He ends up dying anyway, I think, possibly. I'm not sure. Like look, it's still happening. It's still happening. Sniper shows up, he assassinates this guy. CK is running away. But like, look, meanwhile in top lane, we're just chilling. You know, we're just living life. It's so bad. If you're gonna sentry this, then you shouldn't ward it. And also, it's especially bad because Slark can use his ult to see that this is warded, so it's just free. Yeah, it's don't ward if you are. Look, they're pinging like immediately, like 1 second later, it gets dewarded. I mean, it's just, yeah. Good kill, I suppose. We should probably try and push this tower now with minute 10 catapults. When the tiny comes back, let's try and kill this tower so we can open the map for Morph to farm and stuff. But let's see what happens. Grab this thing. Just push this like crazy. Let's see where Tiny goes. He should run back top, I think. Okay. Just hit this. Your team can probably defend bot. It's like 3 people. Let's be real. Where's Tiny? Oh, Tiny went bot. Oh, well, that's fucking terrible. So you should also join them bot then, if this is the case. But you have no TP, and you haven't had a TP for 4.5 minutes as well. And this is a Shadow Amulet. Usually when I see Shadow Amulet, it's like extremely bad sign, but I guess it's for Glimmer Cape and not for abandoning. Yeah, I mean it's not gonna happen because no other cores are here. It's just you. You're trying to solo kill a slug. uh, I mean, who knows? It might work out. Probably not though. Yeah, I mean, here's the deal, right? The lane, I think it went decent. Some good plays, some bad plays. But I think since minute 7, you just haven't done anything at all. Like for 5 minutes, you've had no TP, and they keep diving bot and getting kills and stuff. And like, look at the net worths in this game. It doesn't matter that the Slark is struggling so much when the CK is like so far ahead. Like POS 4, like if I show you the heat map of your POS 4 gameplay, it will be like 100% in top lane. But all all the good POS 4 players, they like roam a lot, right? Like they will do some stuff on top lane, but then for example like minute 4, maybe they take this rune and it helps their mid lane a lot, obviously, with like bottle against no bottle. Or minute 6, they take this rune, like 553, they stack 2 camps, they take 2 flower things. Minute 7, maybe, or 653, maybe they stack this ancients and they take this wisdom rune, or they go help contest enemy wisdom. You can always gate here to like stop dives, or like whenever you're not doing anything, you can like gate to go bot and surprise the CK, or you can like smoke to mid against sniper who's like immobile and he's winning his lane, and kill him with your cask and whatever. Like you know what I mean? Like there's more to playing POS 4 than harassing Hoodwink and harassing Slark. Like minute 12, this wisdom room is still here. Like if you guys take this, it would be massive. But I think I think that's the main thing. Like you need to expand on what sort of things that you can do in the game apart from just always standing in one lane and just last hitting and harassing. Like right now, for example, you could like smoke your tiny mid, and you guys could 3v2 them here. Like look what's happening actually. So you TP, which is fine. He just dies. Like, oh whoops. Yeah, like this isn't how like I said, this isn't how I would do it. I would smoke the tiny with me to mid lane and go together. Um yeah. Minute 14, we want to get the wisdom rune, of course. It's good. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean honestly that's basically it for this game. I think the biggest problem is in this game is that you don't how do I put it? Like you don't play in a way that's gonna consistently mean that you win games. So for example, the easiest way to win lane is always to have the lane in a good position. And you never had the lane in a good position because you didn't unblock this camp. And you didn't unblock this camp because you didn't spend your money. And you didn't spend your money because I don't know why, but like just buy a lot of sentries and keep this camp unblocked and just keep pulling. In 15 minutes 34, you on POS 4, you made 0 pulls. That's like it's quite bad to make no pulls in 15 minutes. Like they also made no pulls, but if you're pulling and the enemy team isn't pulling, it's like your advantage, right? Like you should be pulling. You should be pulling at least like 3-4 times in lane almost every game just to keep the equilibrium good. Like you want to always play the lane down here, like always. What's the other thing? Um, like the thing about the heat map is not even a joke. Like 15 minutes, you have never left this lane. I haven't seen you in any other lane apart from that one time when you TP'd mid, and obviously on first blood. You never go bot, you never go mid, you don't contest any runes. If you see like pro player stuff, the supports, like both supports, will literally come here at minute 6 and secure both runes because DD, haste, illusion is all crazy, right? You stack 0 camps in this game as well, which is like the other thing that you can maybe spend your time doing. And yeah, it's just like okay, the Slark, like I get the point. Like the Slark is not doing good. Like fine, I understand this, but you need to go beyond making the Slark sad. like when you're having a good game on pos 4, it's now your job to make the sniper sad as well on mid lane and to stop your Maw from getting so fucked in bot lane as well. Like, because you have the tools for it. You missed about 3 or 4 different team fights because you don't have a TP scroll. Just always have a TP scroll on your person. Like always, if you don't have TP, just buy TP. And don't use your TP for stupid shit like TPing to tier 2 or TPing to mid. And when you're gonna make plays like going to mid to help your Dazzle, you should definitely smoke your core over with yourself. The other thing is like positioning. When the Tiny is in base and you're solo, you shouldn't be standing up here trying to solo kill Slark. It's just completely delusional and like you're gonna die. And the other thing is if they do go on you, it happened 2 times. First of all, always eat a tango. Minute 15, you actually still have 2 of your 3 tangos left from start of the game, which is quite funny. But the wand as well, you never use the wand. Again, like I hate to say 15 minutes every time, but 15 minutes you didn't use the wand, you didn't use the Lotus. So there's like a lot that you can do, right? Like again, look where the enemy team are right now. It's so crazy. You should just TP right now. Just TP, and this clock is dead. This hoodwink is probably dead, but instead we're just getting gone on by Slight. You can maybe Shadow Amulet here. Oh yeah, okay. I mean that's funny. They actually had a detection. Okay, I mean I don't think I'm gonna watch the rest of the game because there's already so many mistakes sort of early game, and like they're gonna win this game, right? Because their CK and their Sniper doing really well, but it's not really your Dazzle's fault in a sense because to be honest, the lane is really difficult. And buying Midas when you're behind is not a bad thing, and buying Midas on Dazzle is decent as well, especially because he has the bad juju and whatever. It's more the fact that like you had the chance to really like play all 3 lanes this game, and then you didn't. You just played top, and yeah, I mean that's basically it.